Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kamal and my friend Luqmanul Hakim, Muhammad Afzal, and Muhammad Hafiz. And today we want present about community demand for halal products.
Firstly, I want to present the definition of demand. Demand is an economic term that refers to the amount of product and service that consumers wish to purchase at any given price level. Economists use the term demand to refer to the amount of some good or service consumers are willing and able to purchase at each price. Demand is based on needs and wants. Consumers may be able to differentiate between a need and a want, but from an economic perspective, the something demand it also is also based on ability to pay. If you cannot pay for it, you have no effective demand. What a buyer pays for a unit of the specific good or service is called the price. The total number of unit purchased at that price is called the quantity demand. A rise in the price of a good or service almost always decrease the quantity of that good or service demanded. Conversely, a fall in price will increase the quantity demanded when the price of a gallon of gasoline goes up. For example, people look for a way to reduce their consumption by combining several errands, commuting by carpool or mass transit, or taking weekend or vacation trip closer to home. Economists call this inverse relationship between price and quantity demand the law of demand. The law of demand assumes that all other variables that affect demand held constant. And next, demand for halal product. The demand for halal product, the demand for halal product nowadays is increased, and the halal market is expected to reach until $917.71 trillion by 2025. The world Muslim population is now estimated at 2 billion. The distribution by continent as follows: Asia 805 million, Middle East 110 million, Africa and 300 million, Europe 18 million, and North America 8 million people. The total Muslim population in Malaysia is 16 million. The method of the Muslim population over time will continue grow by 3.5% per year. The halal food market is able to provide profit extraordinary. The purchasing power of each country is different, but it's a major big market. Halal food product, medicine, cosmetic. Besides, most important to the food is the food. The global market for halal frozen food is only no estimate worth 1,106 billion, with a growth rate of about 8.3%, according to the Federal Agriculture Marketing, like Pharma. Halal frozen food market will increase to 193 billion by 2010. In 1999, Malaysia export frozen food halal of 2 billion annually, 12.0% from 1996 to 1999. Increase awareness among Muslims around the world for needs halal and haram laws for the product use further increase the demand for the product halal. The market size halal product is increased due the Muslim population estimate to increase by 3.0%. And that's what is the reason of it. Malaysia is a leading global halal hub due to its great potential in the business use halal product as well as the uniqueness and strength of its position. Halal industry becoming increasingly important around the world in view of society increasingly concerned with the need for halal food in Islam. However, the world population it has increased. In addition, global halal market reached USD 150 billion in a year. Besides the rapid growth of the halal food industry at 2.9% per annum is also a factor. The influence is its important halal product market. Progress rapid in the halal industry by the growing population. The world reached 2.08 billion in 2014. The selection of halal food is an important part of Muslim life. In addition to being rigorous demand, good nutrition and halal is able to form a good and a respected personality. Halal product are still dominated by non-Muslim. For example, 74.7% of Malaysian halal certificate holds non-Bumi Putra for the product category, dining premise and slaughterhouse. Next, Muslim population. Malaysia aim to achieve the export of halal product and service of 12 billion by 2020 according to the Ministry International Trade and Industry MITI, citing source from the Canadian International Market Bureau. State the current Muslim population is 1.8 billion. If each person spend RM3 ringgit 23 cent a day, the halal product market estimate to reach 650 billion or 2.12 trillion a year. When Muslim products are mentioned, then it is specific to the something produced by Muslim only. If halal product are mentioned, it includes Muslim product as well as non-Muslim product that have a Malaysia halal certificate by the Malaysian Islamic Development Department, JAKIM, or any others halal certificate issued by another halal certification body recognized by JAKIM. And next, non-Muslim demand for halal product. Halal is recognized as a high growth sector globally and is growing rapidly not only in Muslim countries but also in non-Muslim countries. The global halal opportunity is a huge opportunity from local SMEs in exporting food product abroad, as the halal certificate issued by the Malaysian Islamic Development Department, JAKIM, is well known in the eyes of the world. The international community, especially its non-Muslim countries, place great emphasis on halal certification. For them, the product obtained halal certificate is more secure due to the strict guidance and supervision process. Islam requires people to pay attention to the quality of the food they consume. The Quran has many comments that instruction them to choose halal and good food. In addition, Islamic principle in preparation and handling food that emphasize the aspect of hygiene and safety makes halal food only beneficial for Muslim consumer, but it also given an advantage to non-Muslim consumers.
My name is Luqman Hakim bin Muhammad Tarmizi. I will present about potential sectors in halal production. The potential sectors in halal production is divided to 6 category. First is food, second media, clothing, third tourism, fourth pharmaceutical, and lastly is cosmetic. Food and beverage sector. The biggest factor in current market growth trend. Total spend is 1.15 billion US dollar. Growing need for healthy and ethical food among non-Muslim millennial consumer. Second, media. Total spend is 189 billion US dollar and expected to reach 262 billion US dollar by 2021, growing for an accurate presentation and storytellers that following the Sharia guidelines. Steady rise in halal media like digital content marketplaces and Muslim books. Okay, third, clothing. Total spend is 243 billion US dollar, expected to reach 368 billion dollar by 2021. Growing needs for modest clothing option by Muslim women. Steady rise in mainstream brands catering to Muslim women needs with more fashionable modest options. Fourth, travel. Total spend is 151 billion US dollar, expected to reach 243 billion dollar by 2021. Growing needs for Muslim-friendly travel countries and accommodation. Steady rise in Muslim-friendly vacation platforms and resorts. Fifth, pharmaceutical. Total spend is 78 billion dollar, expected to reach 132 billion dollar by 2021. Growing needs for halal certified vaccine and medicines. Steady rise in holistic approaches to medicines. Okay, last, cosmetics. Total spend is 56 billion dollar, expected to reach 81 billion dollar by 2021. Growing needs for resources for R&D as well as marketing. Steady rise in halal nail polish being produced by major companies. Orly, the halal nail polish that was produced from USA.
My name is Kamal and now we go to the factors of public demand for halal product. Okay, now comply with Sharia law. The main factor that drives the halal industry is the growing demand from Muslim consumers and communities who look for products and services manufactured according to Islamic precept. The demand for halal is not only confined to food and beverage. Halal in general term means permitted, allowed, authorized, approved, sanctioned, lawful, legal, legitimate, or licit. First, free and not made of containing any part of substance taken off or extract from animal which are forbidden to be consumed by Muslim. Next, not containing any substances which is declared as filth. And next, not prepare, proceed, produce or manufacture using utensil, equipment or machinery which are not free from filthy substances. The next, logo and halal certification. Halal certification as a symbol of value, health and protection of animal rights not only works as an insurance to verify the product's conformity to Islamic dietary laws, but also ensure that it comprises all the permitted elements. The progressive development of Malaysian halal industry has become a model for the other countries. Nowadays, non-Muslim also consumers also demands halal goods. Halal certificate will attract all halal consumers, whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim. Next factor is cleanliness and purity. Halal urges to ensure full commitment to producing, serving clean, safe foods and products for the consumers. It can be concluded that health reason becomes another source of information by which people can be aware of what they are consuming daily. Last factor is high quality. Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said, as halal product manufacturing and halal industry becoming a source of national growth, Malaysia should always be at the forefront of the world's halal product marketing. With good quality, with good branding, with good market and advertising strategies, we will always be on a high benchmark, he said when opening the 5-day Asian Halal Fiesta 2017 at the Mines International Exhibition and Convention Centre. Datuk Dr. Sirojuddin Suhaimi, Director of the Halal Hub Division of JAKIM, confirms that JAKIM has seen an increase in application by local and foreign cosmetic brands seeking halal certification.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Muhammad Amir, and today I'm going to present to you factors affecting demand for halal product. The first factors is consumer. Previously, halal foods are only found in the home of Muslims. However, the trend has changed drastically. Nowadays, 5-star hotels, famous catering station, even fast food chains are all offering halal because it is the people's choice to have halal and hygienic food for their daily meals. So, the impact is the food demand will increase and the Muslim countries have to export the halal products to the non-Muslim countries. Non-Muslim countries need the halal product because tourists from Muslim countries visiting their countries. Non-Muslim countries will have to import halal products to cater the visitors, thus providing an opportunity for the Islamic State to provide halal food supplies into the Muslim countries, non-Muslim countries. Okay, to sum up all of it, uh, before the halal food is not a people's choice and it's not famous and only eat by the Muslim and certain people. Nowadays we can find halal foods everywhere, almost everywhere. Either we are traveling locally or abroad to the non-Muslim countries. This is because nowadays Muslim always travel to non-Muslim countries to visit for work and others, and that makes up the demand for halal food in the non-Muslim countries, and then that's make the non-Muslim country decided to import or to fulfill the demand of the Muslim tourists. And now we can find halal foods and because of its hygienic state in almost all over the world, either in the non-Muslim country or the Muslim countries. The second factor is ingredients. All food products must not only have to be halal, but also tayyiban as illustrated in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 168. Muslim producers or manufacturers must use the halal ingredients to make sure the good quality, safety and cleanliness in producing of the products. According to the Halal Transaction of Omaha, USA, haram products such as pork and products that animals food additive that are derived from prohibited sources and alcoholic beverages. The other factors is ingredient, because halal foods offers not only for its hygienic but for its safety too. So all the ingredients used in the halal food they have to be halal too. So if all the ingredients used in the product is halal, so the safety of the food is already safe to eat the foods, because all halal ingredients are safe to eat and are safe to eat. The next factors is consumer awareness. Halal awareness becomes important roles to consumer in determining the intention to choose either halal or haram products. The demand of halal product increased because of the awareness on the quality and hygienic value towards the halal among the Muslims. Based on Worldometers, about 7.8 billion people in world on March 2020, 1.6 billion are from Muslim, which is 23%, and the population increased day by day. The awareness of halal food product is determined by a positive attitude of consumer. The attitude is related to their intention to choose halal or haram product. From now this we can see that consumer, either Muslim or non-Muslim, they already realize that halal product is such a high value products that offered them safety and hygienic products. So they choose most of them choose halal product is for their safety and hygienic, because of the strict requirement that needs to be fulfilled to consider it's a halal product. It have to be hygienic, and it also have to be safe to consume by all consumers. The next factors is safety assurance. Halal food always assure that the foods and products that they manufacture is safe to eat. The assurance that the food will not harm the consumer when it is prepared or eaten according to its intended use, as it prepared according to the guideline from MS 1514 2009. In Malaysia, the halal concept of producing products must follow all the rules and guidelines by the JAKIM. Otherwise, the halal status will be tempered and the consumer will lose their confidence about the halal status. The function of JAKIM is to enforce monitoring and implementing the halal food regulations. Manufacturers and producers who manage to obtain the halal product certification by JAKIM are providing the consumers assurance that ingredients used in the processing, preparation, hygiene and cleanliness procedures complying with the halal requirement and consistent with HACCP others quality assurance standard. The conclusion is the level of awareness and concern about halal food and product consumption among Muslims is increasing and gaining awareness among the people in the world. As obviously shown by the findings of the study, the growing demands for halal consumption is aided by a number of potential factors or sources identified, which include their religious belief, exposures, role played by the halal certification via halal logo or label, and health related. That's all from us. Thank you.